Good evening, Matt Wordsworth with ABC News. Leaked emails have revealed Peter Dutton acted against the advice of his department in allowing a French nanny to enter Australia 3 years ago. As the then Immigration Minister, Mr Dutton agreed to pleas from the influential McLaughlin family via AFL Chief Gillon McLaughlin and granted the nanny a visa. Political editor Andrew Probyn has the story.
In late 2015, Peter Dutton was on a mission to the Middle East with a significant act of humanitarian assistance.
It's confronting, to say the least.
12,000 desperate people fleeing the Iraq-Syria conflict offered refuge in Australia.
How many of your family are here?
But immediately before leaving, there'd been another plea for mercy. Already in Australia, but at risk of deportation, was French national Alexandra Deuwel. She'd arrived at Adelaide Airport on an Emirates flight to work as a nanny for the 4 children of well-connected pastoralists Callum and Skye McLaughlin. But Ms Deuwel had history for breaching visa conditions, and her arrival instantly flagged Border Force attention. Emails leaked to Labor by a Border Force whistleblower show that while she was held in immigration detention, Callum McLaughlin contacted his cousin, AFL Chief Executive Gillon McLaughlin, telling him there'd been a misunderstanding that she was intending to work for us. Ms Deuwel had told officials as much, except using the word volunteer. She'd get 3 months free accommodation in return for helping with this family's children, cooking and riding their horses. An email from the Adelaide McLaughlins, forwarded by Gillon McLaughlin to Mr Dutton's office, argued Ms Deuwel was a girl of outstanding character and integrity. What can we do to have this injustice resolved and have her tourist visa reinstated before she flies out tonight?
I looked at it and thought, look, it's a bit rough. There's no criminal history.
The pleas for help started the clock running in Peter Dutton's office at 11:41 a.m. on November the 1st, 2015. 5 hours later, Peter Dutton's Chief of Staff, Craig McLaughlin, no relation, asked the department to prepare for a ministerial intervention to be signed before Mr Dutton flew out to Jordan. 90 minutes passed before Clive Murray, the Assistant Commissioner, warned that Ms Deuwel was previously counselled in May 2015 about this very issue, and that Strategic Border Command will be providing detail which does not support the Minister intervening. 3 hours later, Peter Dutton granted the visa.
What was so special about this French au pair?
As I understand it, she never overstayed the visa, and I thought it was an application of common sense.
But there are obviously senior people in Peter Dutton's own department who don't understand why he got involved in this case. And for a man who's already had a bruising week and on a thin margin in his own seat, his greater concern will be whether the punters buy his explanation. Andrew Probyn, ABC News, Canberra.